Hello, I'm Greer McGearey. I'm president of Seahorse Victoria.
Hi, my name's Elisabeth Lane. I am treasurer of Seahorse Victoria.
Elisabeth, we're here tonight to talk about the importance of being involved in activities outside of social support, particularly those who are in the process of transitioning, and the feelings that you find and have been able to work out by being involved in a non-social support group.
Well, for me, after I transitioned, you have the first 6 to 9 months of just living your life as yourself, and that was intense enough. But I've always done outside activities, and I started looking around for other things to do, and one of the things I wanted to do was ballet, or adult ballet. Way too young for the kids stuff, way too old for the kids stuff.
So have you been wanting to do something like that for all your life?
Pretty much the first time I remember seeing a ballet, I was about 9, and I got dragged to my sister's concert. I knew she did ballet, I had no idea what it was. Got dragged there and I'm watching it thinking, I really want to be up there, especially as one of the girls. But I lived in a family with very strong gender stereotypes, so therefore, as a boy, football, soccer, martial arts, that's acceptable. Dance, that's for girls. So there's never going to be. After my transition, it's something that kind of started gnawing away at me.
When you made the decision that you're going to get involved in ballet, did you have a conceived idea of how you'd approach a ballet school?
Well, I saw myself just as any other girl, so I just turned up. Or actually, I weren't looking on the web for finding schools that look decent close by, especially for adult classes. A lot of schools don't offer adult classes. I found one, walked in there, hi, I wanted to do a ballet class. I originally started once a week. After the first night, I went in there and asked if I could up it to twice a week. They had a vacancy, I said, yeah, great.
And did you find you didn't have to explain yourself, you just found a straight-out acceptance from the initial contact?
Initially, it's a bit like, it is a bit scary because you're there alone and you're wearing basically next to nothing, the very least minimum gym clothes, and it makes you a bit self-conscious. But the other people there were quite friendly, they were accepting. The mere fact you actually turn up makes you part of the group, at least where I was anyway.
Did you find, as part of, in your previous life and current, that your physical fitness was sort of up to it, or did you?
Not at first. For adult ballet, the beginner ballet is actually not high intensity. It's because you have to learn the moves, you have to learn how to, learn to pirouette. I've been a year and a half, and I still can't only do a single pirouette. I couldn't do a double to save my life. So they do it low, they teach you the basics, so initial fitness is not a concern. When you move to the more advanced classes, that's where fitness really kicks in.
Having now gone along and said, may I join the class, and been accepted, and you decided that your physical fitness and the initial program allows you to participate at an easier level, how did that make you feel?
Loved it. It's something I always wanted to do. I was free to be myself. And also, at the end of the year, they actually do a performance, and doing that was a mind blow.
One of the things, obviously, with male to female trans people is the height difference. Did you, as an average, did you find that a barrier?
I'm taller than the boys. No, that's not a barrier because there's very little partnering in adult ballet. It's more just individual. So basically, look, I'm taller than the boys. I'm going to stand up. I'm 6'1". There's no way to avoid standing out. Most of the girls are 5'5", 5'4". But the thing is, no one really cared. They wouldn't care if you looked a bit funny, if you're overweight or anything else. You're part of the group when you walk in.
Oh, that's really a great benefit from being able to feel as though that no one's making any judgment about you. So how has that translated to then your, say, work life and the fact that you can be accepted for something that you're just doing as something you enjoy doing?
Well, I'm just free being myself, and I'm just at peace in a way I could never describe beforehand. Before my transition, I was not at peace. Now I'm just relaxed on me, and I just do everything. Like I changed jobs recently, went for job interviews as a girl, and that was incredibly empowering as well.
Yeah, one of the things that I, as president of Seahorse, obviously I talk to a lot of those who are either transitioning or at least living a more open life about doing things outside the social support. While social support's very important, I've sort of came to the conclusion, having spoken and observed many people, that doing things outside of the normal activity of a social support, such as whether you join a stamp collecting group or whatever, it allows you to sort of learn to be accepted for yourself. And that was the aspect of what I was wanting to explore tonight, is overcoming those fears of, will I be accepted just for who I am without having to explain myself all the time? And you found that quite obvious?
Yeah, I was surprised how easy it was. I mean, I don't hide what I do with my trans activism. Most of the girls I know from ballet, they're Facebook friends, so they've seen the Facebook posts, they all know. And they don't really care. It's like, you're part of the group, you're everyone we get in there, we chat, we have a good time, maybe go for a drink before or after. And it's just a nice, relaxed environment. It's heaven, really. I don't know how I could describe it.
So have you found that translated backwards, in effect, then, to how you approach your work and other social activities?
Well, I just turn up, I'm me, I'm Elisabeth, that's it. How'd you put it? I'm not trying to justify who I am or anything else like that. I'm a girl, that's all there is to it. And so I just walk into life and I just kind of expect it, as any other girl would.
What's been the most difficult thing you found about doing ballet?
Some of the floor work, especially the pirouettes. I've almost fallen over a few times.
You haven't pulled a hamstring or?
No, they're pretty good there, because at the lower classes they take it easy. When you move to the higher classes, it's pushed a bit harder, but then normally you'll know you'll be ready for it when you get there.
I think one of the images that we all have of ballet dancers is standing on your toes in point shoes. How are you progressing towards that?
The point shoes. Not on point shoes. That takes years. And actually there's a whole heap of special exercise you have to do to get there. There's not many places, like the school mat doesn't offer point, because there's not many places, out of all the adult ballet schools, very few actually will take you to point. There's not, I haven't decided on that. That's one thing I'd like to explore later, but at the moment I'm still enjoying and learning.
Obviously the physical challenge to be accepted for who you are, both in just turning up, and that has been, obviously, listening to your story has been a beneficial thing, and I hope others listening to our story and watching our story tonight realise that you can get out and just do the things that you enjoy doing without really fear of being found to be a freak or somebody that should be made fun of. And thank you very much, Elisabeth, for telling your story about the ballet and the enjoyment you get from it and the benefits it's given to you.
Okay, thank you.
I'm Greer McGearey from Seahorse Victoria, and thank you for watching.